Hello everyone. This time we are going to learn more about SQL commands. In the last topic we have learned so many things about SQL. Okay, that was introduction to SQL. Okay, what are the advantages, what are the features, okay, how many types of commands are there in a SQL, and also we do all those things practically. In the previous topic we have learned the conventional basic terms related to SQL, that what is keyword. We have learned in the previous topic what is keyword, what are clauses, what are statements or commands. Okay, we have to put semicolon after each and every command, and it is not case sensitive. Case sensitive means a small or capital letters can be used, both can be used. Next we have learned how to create database, then how to open the database, and then how to remove if a database is not needed, then how we can remove those databases. Then we have learned SQL constraints, different types of constraints, and those constraints we have learned that what is not null, default constraint, unique, primary key, foreign key, check constraint. Okay, then we know that how to create a table, what are the commands used to create a table, and what is the syntax. Some examples we have seen. And then how to, if table is created, then how we can view the structure. Okay, then how we can insert data in a table. There are 4 different ways to insert data in a table. Okay, first we have learned that all columns, inserting data in all columns, and some points we have to keep in mind while inserting data. And then we have learned how to directly insert data in a table, and then specific, if we want to insert data in a specific column, then how it is possible, inserting null values also. And now we have come to learn modifying data in a table. How can we modify data? If a table is created and some data is inserted into the table, then how can we make changes? Some changes is required, or some data is inserted wrongly, then how can we make changes in those data? So to modify data in a table or to make changes for some of all the values in the existing record in a table, we use update statement. The update command specifies the rows to be modified using the where clause. Okay, in update command we must use where clause, which filters or which tells that this specific column is to be needed to update, and the new data is written into the respective record using the set keyword. So 3 things is important: update, where, and set. See the syntax here. This is the syntax. Okay, the syntax for update, then table name we have to give, then set we have to give, and then column name and equals to value. If more than one column is to be modified, data is to be modified, then separated by comma we can give more values and along with the column name. Okay, and then finally we have to give where condition. Suppose we missed or we have forgotten to apply where clause, then what happened? These data will be updated to all the rows. Okay, all values of all the rows will be changed. So here we have to take care that where clause is necessarily included in all update commands. See example here. Update student, set marks equals to 90. Then marks is setting to 90. Okay, whatever the marks is already there in the table, just here it is telling that change that data to 90. But for which student? Those student who is having roll number 8. Okay, like this we have to give commands using update command. Next command, updating multiple columns. It is simple, just separated by comma, give the data for all the columns which we want to modify. along with the column name. See the example. Modifying the values in more than one column can be done separating the columns along with the new values using set clause separated by comma. See example here. Okay, here update student, set marks equals to 70 and also date of birth to this much. Okay, two column names is given here and two different data is given here, and for which student whose name is Payal. Okay, like this it will modify the data for student Payal, these values with these values. Okay, now next, updating null values. Suppose null value is there, suppose we want to put some null value in our database, in our table, then update command is sufficient. The values for attributes in a relation can also be entered as null using update command. So see the example here. For example, if we want to put null value in marks for a student whose roll number is 9, then this command we have to use update student set marks equals to null and then where roll number equals to 9. Then marks will be set as null for whose student whose roll number is 9. Okay. Now next, updating using an expression or formula. Suppose we want to use formula, then this using this type of commands we can use formula. See, update to student set marks equals to marks plus 10. What it does, it will add 10 marks of what is already available in the table, already inserted. The whatever the existing data is there, in the existing data the 10 marks will be added. Okay, using this formula, updated student set marks will marks plus 10. The previous marks will be taken here and then 10 is incremented, and then finally both the incremented value will be put into the student table. But for whom? For whose roll number is 5 or whose roll number is 10. If both students are there, then both records, both rows will be updated with this value. Okay, like this you can do it. Now removing data from table. If you want to remove any data, any row from a table, then delete statement is very much uses. So using delete statement we can delete rows from a table. The syntax for delete statement is like this: delete from, we have to give from also with the delete statement. Delete from, then table name, then where, and then condition. Here where condition is also necessary. If you skip this where condition, then it will delete all the rows from the table. Here table name is the table whose records are to be deleted. For example, here delete from student where roll number equals to 10. Then what happened? The record for the student whose roll number is 10 will be removed from the table student. Okay. Now delete versus truncate. There is delete statement, also one statement is there. There is truncate statement. Truncate command is there. Now what is the difference here? The where clause in the SQL delete command is optional and it identifies the rows in the column that get deleted. It means that the where clause in delete statement can be skipped, can not be given. But there is a risk. There is a problem, there is a risk. If you do not include where clause, all the rows in the table are deleted. All the rows, okay, in the table is deleted. So every time be very cautious to include where clause. To delete all the rows from the student table, the delete statement will be like this. Suppose if you intentionally want to delete all the rows from a table, then you can give the command like this: delete from student. What will it does? It will delete all the rows from that table. Alternatively, in place of this command you can use truncate command also. Okay, you can use truncate table command to delete all the rows from the table. For example, truncate table student, truncate table student. Both commands are same. Okay, you can use delete from student or truncate from table. Truncate table student. Okay, both commands are same. Now alter table command. What is the use of alter table? Alter table command is one of the important command in SQL. Alter table command is used to modify the definition structure of a table by modifying the definition of its column. Suppose you have created a table and some columns you have given, but the data type is different, or the size you want to change, or the column you want to remove, or you want to add a new column in a table structure, you want to change the structure of the table, then only this alter command is very much helpful. This alter command is used to perform the following operation. What are operation? To add a column to an existing table, you can add a new column in an existing table. You can rename any column, you can change the name of any column. To change the data type, you can also change the data type of any column, and also you can modify its size. You can remove or physically delete the column also. You can remove any column also along with the data. The whole column will be deleted from the table. It is also possible using alter table command. See one by one. Adding a column to an existing table. Suppose you want to add a new column in an existing table, then how we do? Once a table has been created, new columns can be added later on if required. The new column is added with null values for all the records or rows. Suppose a table is containing 4 columns. You want to add 5 columns and there are 10 rows. Already 10 rows are there, and if you add a new new column in that table, then all the 10 records, null value will be placed. Okay, and later on you can change those null values or fill those null values with the real values using the update command. Okay, so alter table, the syntax to add a new column, the syntax is like this. Alter table, table name, then add. You have to give the keyword add, then column name, and then data type, then size you have to give. Okay, see the example here. Alter table student, add mobile number integer. Here mobile number is a column name and integer is a data type. So this column will be added. This is a new column. This will become the new column in the table and it will be added, and the data type is set as integer. And what happened to all the values? If already records or rows are there in the table, then all the rows for that particular column will be filled with null values. Adding a column with default value. Alter table command can be used to add a new column to an existing table with default values. Actually, default is a constraint. During SQL constraint, we have learned that so many different constraints are there. Among them one of the one is default. Default constraint is there. What it does? Default value. Suppose what happened when we add a new column, all rows for that particular column is filled with null values. So if you don't want to fill those column or values with null values, then this option can be beneficial to add some different type of values other than null values. So this is like this. The syntax is like this: alter table, table name, then add, column name, data type, and default. You have to write the keyword default, then any value you have to write here. Then alter table is to, for example, you can see here alter table student, add city, character 6 character, a new column is added here, city, and then default keyword is given here and daily word is there. Then what happened? Suppose if the table student containing 10 rows, then all 10 by default all 10 rows will be filled with null values if this constraint is not given. Then once this constraint is given, then in place of null values, the word Delhi will be inserted for all the 10 rows. Delhi will be inserted for all the 10 rows. Okay, this is known as default value. But something is there, that in place of null values, all rows will be filled with the given value, that is the here Delhi, the word Delhi will be inserted in all rows. Okay, accordingly you can see that which option is better for you. Now, modifying in an existing column definition. Modifying an existing column definition. Definition means data type or the size. Data type or the size, or even constraints. So the modify clause, there is a clause in alter table command that is known as modify clause, which can help us to change the data type of a column, size of a column, even the constraints of a column in a table. The syntax for the modify clause we have to use like this: alter table name, then modify, column name we have to give, data type we have to give, and along with constraints we can give. For example, see here, alter table student, modify name column is already existing in that table. Then we are going to change the size here. Varchar data type is changed here, and size in its place of 15 or 20 we have changed to 25 here. Okay, now the name column field will be modified with this data type and size. Next, renaming a column. If you want to change the name of a column, then alter table is also sufficient for that purpose. The syntax for like this: alter table name, then the keyword, the clause is to be used here, change. The clause is to be used here, change keyword is to be used. Then after change you have to give old column name, then new column name, and then column definition you have to give. Okay, for example, see here, alter table student, change city is already existing column name, and then the new name we want to give in place of city, the state, the word is state here, state column name is given, and then varchar 10 is the size is also given here, and the data type is also given here. Okay, then what happened after executing this statement, the column name having the city word will be changed to state. Okay, now next, removing a column. Suppose you want to remove a column, then alter table command is also possible with this command. Now the syntax is like this: alter table name, then drop. Which keyword is to be used? Drop keyword is to be used to remove any column. Then column name you have to give. For example, alter table student, then drop state column we want to remove from the table student, then state will be given here. Okay, so many columns we have learned in alter table command. First we have learned that alter table command can be used with different various purposes. First, to add a new column in an existing table, rename the column. Then data type can be changed, size can be changed, constraints can be changed, and also we can remove a column. Okay, so to add a new column we have to use the clause add. Okay, see, add clause is to be given. Then next, if you want to modify data type of a column or constraint of a column, then modify clause is to be used. Okay, then if you want to change the name of a column, then change clause is to be used. Okay, then if you want to remove a column, then drop clause is to be used. So if you remember all these clause, then you can do various jobs with the same command, that is alter table command. Okay, now we have come to drop table command. Drop table command is used to remove or delete a table permanently. Okay, so very cautious using this command. It will delete the table, the whole table along with the data permanently. It should be kept in mind that we cannot drop a table if it contains records. Now here is a precaution is already set here. Okay, if any one record, at least one record is there, then this drop table command won't work. Okay, it won't work. It work only when all the rows will be removed first in the table, or there is no row in the table, then only drop table command will work. This is why all the rows of the table have to be deleted first, only then can the table can be dropped. So to completely remove a table, two command we have to use. First delete from command or truncate command, and then drop table command. Okay, so the syntax for the drop table command is like this. You have to give drop table name. For example, drop table student. The whole table will be removed. Once all the record is removed from that table, then only this drop table command will work. Now we have come to query processing. Query processing. In the previous section we have learned DDL commands, data definition language commands. Now we have come to DML commands, data manipulation command. Data manipulation command is having query processing commands. Query processing means once we have created a database and then created a table and stored some data in it, and then now we can perform several types of query related processing with the table. Okay, so that we can retrieve particular information or filter some information. Large amount of information is stored in a table. We can combine two or more tables, and then from those tables we can extract some particular information which we need, which we desired. So retrieving information from table is done mainly with the help of select command. For all these purposes, select command is fully usable, fully beneficial. Okay, see here, SQL statement, SQL select statement. This command can perform selection as well as projection. There is two ways to use this select statement. First is known as selection and next one is projection. It is the most extensively used SQL command. Okay, this is one of the most used statement in SQL. The select statement can be used to retrieve a subset of rows or columns from one or more tables present in a database. So selection and projection, see one by one we are going to see how we can perform these two operations, selection and projection. First we are going to learn selection. This capability of SQL returns the tuples from a relation with all the attributes. Means selection statement is capable to retrieve data from all the columns, or we can also give selected column names to retrieve values from those columns. The syntax for the selection statement is like that: select, then we have to give column name, then another column name, then another column name. Okay, as much column name we want we can give here, and then from clause is to be used, and then table name we have to use. For example, select, okay, there is another syntax is also there. Select, then what to select, what do you want to select column names we have to give in here, then from clause is to be used, and then from which table, okay, what is the name of that table we have to give here, and then where clause is to be given, and then condition, what type of condition, how we want to filter the table or the data. For example, we have given here select name, gender from student. Name, gender from student. Only two columns will be displayed from student table. Okay. Next, projection. Projection means selecting specific rows. Here rows is to be filtered. In selection, all rows will be displayed. All rows will be displayed for the selected columns or all the columns. But in case of projection, only specific rows will be displayed. So here we have to use where clause is necessary in projection. This is the capability of SQL to return only specific attributes from the relation. Use of where clause is required when specific tuples are to be fetched or manipulated. To select all the columns from a table, the asterisk can be used. Okay, so we can use where clause or selected attributes, specific attributes we have to give. If we want to show all the columns from a table, then asterisk can be used in place of common names. Asterisk. Okay, select star from the student, then what will happen? It will show you all the rows, all the columns from the given table name. Okay. Salient features of SQL statement. There are so many features of SQL statement. So before learning all these things, we should do some practical also. Okay. So once we start this MySQL command line client, it will ask you to enter password. Okay. The whatever the password, you have to enter the password here and then press enter key, and then MySQL prompt will come. Okay. Here the first most command is use. You have to give use and database name, that is Sql. We have already created one database. If you want to see how many databases are there, just write show databases and semicolon. It will show you all the databases. See, Sql database is there. Okay, so to open this Sql database, we have to write use Sql, and this is the first most command we have to give before using any other command. Okay, database is changed. Now you can see how many tables are created here. Just give command show tables, and it will show you all the tables. See, student table is there. If you want to see data from this table or structure of this table, then describe command is there. Describe student, then it will show you the structure of the table. There are 5 fields, and the data type of the 5 fields are like this. And if you want to see the rows of the table, then you have to write select star from student. It will show you all columns, all rows from that table. So these are the data available in the student table. Okay, then if you want to modify any data, suppose you want to modify marks of this Rahul student. Okay, marks of this Rahul is, the marks is 67, we want to change it 76. Actually wrongly it is entered 67, we have to enter 76. So if you want to change data from 67 to 76 for the roll number of a student is 1, then we have how we can write the command to modify any data. Update command is there. Update, then table name is student. Okay, student, then set keyword is to be used, set, and then what marks we have to set, marks equals to 76 we have given, and where clause is necessary, where, and then we have to write where roll equals to 1, and then semicolon we have to give. Then it will change marks with 76 for the student whose roll number is 1. Just press enter key, it will show you query okay, it means update is done. If you want to verify it, just again you have to give the command select star from student, and then it will show you that marks has been changed from 67 to 76 for the student whose roll number is 1. Okay, accordingly you can change anything. So now alter table. If you want to add new column, address, same for, say for example address, then you can add using alter table command. Alter table, okay, add, address, and what is the data type? Want to give varchar 25 semicolon. Okay, no other statement is to be needed. Just press enter key. Some error is given here. Error message will be shown you because we have not given the table name. We have to give table name. So alter, if you want to recover the previous command and you won't want to type again, just press up arrow button from the keyboard. Then same command will come, and then you can go to that line and you put the table name student. Okay, and then go to last and press enter key. Now this time new column is added, query OK messages come, then it is added. This, if you want to verify it, just use command select star from student and semicolon. Then here you will see that address column is added and all values will be filled with null values. Okay, then one by one using update command you can change the value one by one like this. Okay, these are the features available in alter table command. So you should practice other commands in your own computer and verify it. Salient features of SQL statement, SQL select statement. See, select command displays the columns of the table in the same order in which they are selected from the table. Select command displays the columns of the table in the same order in which they are selected from the table. Okay, in which order we will give the column names, accordingly the select statement will be displayed. Okay, in order to retrieve all the columns in the column list from a table using select statement, select command, asterisk is used and the columns are displayed in the same order in which they are stored in the table. Okay, if we use asterisk in place of column name in select statement, then it will show the columns in the order in which the data, the columns are stored in the table, physically stored in the table and on the disk. Okay, like this. Now all the statements inclusive of select statement in SQL are terminated with a semicolon. So every time you use select statement, just put the semicolon at the end, then only it will get executed. Okay, now using where clause, we have seen how we can use where clause. Now see some detail. When a where clause is used with a select statement, the SQL query processor goes through the entire table, one row at a time, and check each row to determine where the condition specified is true with respect to the row or not. If it evaluates to true, the corresponding row is selected, retrieved and displayed, else it returns an empty set with no data found. Okay, so where clause, when given, it will filter all the rows, all the tuples from that particular table. For example, we have given here select star from student where roll number is less than equals to 8. Then it will show you all the rows which rows satisfies this condition. Means it will pick first row and check that the roll number of that particular row is less than or equals to 8 or not, and accordingly it will check second row, third row, fourth row, fifth row, sixth row, like this. Okay, once all the rows is finished checking, then only it will display you on the screen. The selected one rows will be displayed. Okay. Now reordering columns while displaying query results. Reordering, if we Okay, when we create a table, we have to give column names, and accordingly, during creating table, accordingly column names are stored in the table. But we can display those columns in any order using the select command. Okay, so while displaying the result for a query, the order of the columns to be displayed can be changed accordingly to the user's requirement, but this is done only for the display purpose and no actual physical rearrangement of the column is done. Okay, so when we create the table, this is that time the column names, order of column names is fixed and permanently saved in the table. Later we can reorder, we can change the order of the columns, but each time we have to, if we want to change the order of the column, we have to mention it, because it won't change the physical arrangement of the columns in the table. Just it is used for displaying purpose. Say for example, here we are displaying name, roll number, then date of birth, then marks from student table. Okay, here accordingly in table, this is the first column, this is the second column, and this is the third column, and this is the fourth column, but we can change the order only for display purpose. Okay, this is possible. Eliminating duplicate or redundant data using distinct clause. In select command, we can use distinct clause to eliminate the duplicate values. It is duplicate rows from the select. It is used to retrieve only unique values for a particular column. Select distinct column name from table name. Suppose some columns is having common values. Okay, so to remove all the column values and want to display only one time, then distinct clause is very much helpful. In case of our student table, there is a field gender named gender, and in gender may mf like this it is written, may m for male and f for female. So two values are there only, but it is repeated for the all the records. If we want to see how many genders are there, then we can use distinct keyword. Okay, it is possible in the distinct keyword. SQL operator. While working with select statement using where clause, condition based query can be carried out using 4 types of SQL operators. Operators means we can do some condition based query using different operators in the where clause of the SQL select statement. So the first operator is arithmetic operator, second one is relational operator, third one is logical, and spatial operators are there. One by one we are going to learn all these things. See, arithmetic operators. Arithmetic operators are used to perform simple arithmetic operation like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and modulus. So 5 different operators are there for arithmetic. Plus is used for addition, minus is used for subtraction, star asterisk is used for multiplication, slash forward slash is used for division, and percent symbol is used for modulus. Modulus means remainder value, to obtain remainder value. The arithmetic operators with select command can be used to retrieve rows computed with or without reference to any table. Okay, we can if we want to do simple calculation, then we may not give any table name. See the examples here how we can use arithmetic operators. Select 5 plus 10 from dual. 5 plus 10 means 15, it will display 15, and a dual is a table. See, in the above statement, dual is the default table in MySQL. It is a 1 row 1 column dummy table. So we can give this name dual without creating this table. Okay, it is already available in MySQL. So 5 plus 10 from dual, it will display 15. Select sign of pi by 4, comma 4 plus 1 into 5, and here from clause is not used, then this command will also work as the previous one. Okay, select 4 into 5 from dual, select 47% 5 from dual. Like this you can use any arithmetic operator. Okay, try this one up with yourself. Now evaluating expression with select. How can we evaluate expression also? MySQL permits calculation on the contents of the column and display the calculated results using select statement. See example here, we are going to display select roll number, name and marks plus 10. We have given marks plus 10. Then it will display marks of the table, marks of the student from the table, and each marks will be added by 10, means increased by 10, and displayed accordingly from the student table. Okay, you can see it practically. Okay, this is the table. Okay, marks is given here. Suppose we want to display marks with added 10 marks, then we can give here select roll comma name comma marks plus 10, marks plus 10 from student, semicolon. Then what happened? It is displaying marks with 10 marks added. So 76 become 86, 76 86, 75 87, 85 65 75. Like this it will display you accordingly. Okay, understood? Now next, other SQL operators and their functions. So many other operators are also there. See, comparison operators. Comparison operators are available. Equals to, greater than, less than, greater than equals to, less than equals to, not equals to. This is the symbol of not equals to, less than and greater than symbol put at one place. This is not equals to symbol, and these operators are known as comparison operator. If you want to compare between two values, then these operators are used. Logical operators and or not, special operators between, is, null, like, in, distinct, aggregate functions like count, min, max, sum, average. These are the functions used for different purposes, and one by one we are going to understand all those things. First, relational comparison operators. Relational comparison operator is a mathematical symbol which is used to compare two values. It is used to compare two values of the same or compatible data types. Types of comparison operators in SQL is like this. Okay, we have seen earlier that equals to means equal to, only one time equals to we have to give. In Python, for equality, two equal operator is needed, but here in SQL only one equal operator is sufficient for equality. Okay, to check equality. Greater than, less than, greater than equals to, less than equals to, not equals to. There are two methods to use not equals to. One is less than, greater than, and one next is not exclamation symbol, then equals to. Okay, see example here. For example, select roll number, name, marks from a student where marks is greater than equals to 90. Select a star from a student where stream equals to commerce. Like this you can use. Okay, see here, select a star from a student where marks is greater than equals to 80. I am giving 80 here. So only 3 students are there. Suppose you want to see, select a star from a student where gender equals to female. Okay, female want to see all the females. So only 5 females are there. Like this you can give different commands. So these are the ways. Now next, logical operators. The SQL logical operators are the operators used to combine multiple conditions to narrow the data selected and displayed on the basis of condition specified in SQL statement. The 3 logical operators in SQL are AND, OR and NOT operator. 3 operators are there, AND, OR, NOT. Okay, actually these logical operators are helpful when we have used comparison operator. and we need to use more comparison operator, more than one comparison we want to do, then there is the requirement of this logical operator where two or more comparison is to be needed. Okay, we will see example also. The AND and OR operators to filter record based on more than one condition. These operators provide a means to make multiple comparison with different operations same SQL statement. Okay, multiple comparisons is to be needed. AND operator. AND operator, if two conditions are there, and one AND operator is given there, then what will display? Then first condition is true, then second condition is true, then it will the whole condition will be true, and those rows will be selected where both the condition become true. Only those rows will be selected, and the rest of the case you will see false, 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 means no rows will be selected. If first condition is true and other condition is false, then rows will be selected. If first condition is false, second condition is true, then no rows will be selected. If first condition is false, second condition is false, no rows will be selected. So AND operation where there is both condition fulfilled, then only that row will be selected. The AND operator displays a record and returns a true value if the condition, usually two conditions, is specified in the where clauses are true. Both conditions are true, then only record will be returned. Okay. So for example, see here example, using example you can understand better. Select star from a student where marks is greater than 80 and gender equals to male. Suppose you want to see all the males who have got marks greater than 80. Okay, see example here. Select star from a student where marks is greater than equals to 80 and gender equals to male. Suppose you want to do like this. Two conditions are there. If two conditions are there, then we will use AND operator. Okay. So the answer is like this. Only one student is there who got 95 more than 80 marks. Suppose you want to see who has got less than 80 marks and are male gender, then you can see that 4 students are like this who have got less than 80 marks. Okay, accordingly you can use different type of operators. Then OR operator. OR operator. In OR operator, what happened when both conditions become false? Both conditions become false. Only that time those rows will not be displayed, and in other cases the rows will be selected if any of the condition is true or both condition is true. Then the row will be displayed. Okay. The OR operator displays a record and returns a true value if either of the condition, usually two conditions, specified in the where clause is true. Okay. So see the example here so that you can understand. To display the roll number, name and stream of all the students who are in either science or commerce stream, stream column is needed. Okay. If you want to see the example, you can see example also. See the example. In the table student there is no stream column. So to add a new stream column, we can give command like this. Alter table command. Alter table student add stream. And a stream is a type of character type. We will use science and commerce. Science and commerce character 10. Okay, 10 size we are giving here, and default value is science. Okay, science stream. Okay, query okay. Next we want to see here stream is new, column is added, and all the columns will be filled, all the rows will be filled with science stream. So if you want to change some stream, then you can use update command, update student set stream equals to commerce, for whom set stream equals to commerce where marks is less than equals to 75. Okay, less than 75. For those students, commerce stream will be set. Like this you can do. Only three rows is changed. You can see the table. See, 3 students become the commerce stream. Now what is the condition here? We have to show roll number, name, stream for the student whose stream is either science or commerce. See here how we can use this command. Select roll number, roll name, comma, marks for stream from student where stream equals to science or stream equals to commerce. Then what happened? All rows will be selected because only 2 stream is there, and a roll name and stream is displayed like this. Okay, so each and every column is displayed. Now next, not operator. Not operator is unary operator, and it is used only with one condition. If condition is true, then not operator makes this condition false. If it is false, it will make true. This is the negation operator, and it makes the condition opposite. Okay, for example, you can see select name marks from a student where not stream equals to vocational. Okay, not stream equals to vocational. Suppose you want to see example. See here, select name, comma, marks, comma, stream from student where not stream equals to commerce. Suppose commerce stream. If you don't want to see commerce stream, then science stream is displayed only, and commerce stream is not displayed because not we have applied here. Not operator we have given here. Okay, next, condition based on range, the between operator. SQL provides a between operator that defines a range of values that the column values must fall within for the condition to become true. Okay. The range includes both the lower and upper value. The values can be numbers, text, or dates. So between operator can be used to display rows between a range of values, and the range of values may be of numbers, text, or dates even. Okay, see the syntax for the table for the between operator. Select column name, then from table, and where condition where column name, and between, then 2 values we have to give, value 1 and the operator and is used here, and the value 2. For example, you can see here, select roll number, name, marks from a student where marks between 80 and 100. So it will show you all the records or the student names who got marks between 80 and 100, including the student who have got marks 80 and including the students who have got 100. Okay, see the example. So this is the table. Select a star from student. Suppose we want to see the students. Select roll name, comma, marks from student table where marks between 80 and 100. Okay, only 3 students are there who have got marks between these two values, 80 and 100. Okay. So next, condition based on a list. The in operator we will use to specify a list of values. In operator is used. This operator selects values that match any value in the given list. The SQL in condition is used to help reduce the need for multiple OR condition in the select statement. Actually, what happened? Suppose we want to give multiple conditions, okay, based on particular one column. Then we have to use OR operator, okay, or like this. In place of those things, we can use the in operator. In operator is very much helpful where multiple condition is to be given. So the syntax for in operator is like this. Okay, select column name from table, where column name, and then in you have to give, and within bracket all the values you have to give. Okay, so example here, select a star from a student where a stream in science, commerce, humanities, like this you have to give. Okay, here stream is giving, we want to show you marks also. Okay, in marks you can see, or you can see the particular roll number of students. Okay, see example here, select a star from student where roll in. Okay, suppose I want to see roll number 2, 5, 7, 8, 10. Okay, like this. So we can give all the roll numbers whose roll number we want to see in the in list. Then only those rows will be displayed here. Okay. The condition based on pattern, that is like operator. Here we are using like operator. The like operator used to search for a specified pattern in column. This operator used with the columns of type char, char. The like operator searches the column to find if a part of this column matches the string specified in the parenthesis after the like operator in the column in the command. Okay, the SQL like condition allows you to use wildcards to perform pattern matching. Actually, based on some patterns, we can display or select names or students' names like this. Okay, we can use pattern like operator. So to use pattern and like operator, there is some wildcard characters. Those wildcard characters is used with the like operator. First we have to know those wildcard operators. So the like operators are the percent symbol is there. Okay, percent matches any string, and underscore symbol matches any one character. Okay, these two wildcard characters are used in like operators. See, syntax and example. The syntax for like operator is like this. We have to use like operator in where clause, select column names from table where column name like, then pattern we have to give here, and pattern is made with help of wildcard characters. See example here, select a star from a student where name like d%. D% means here it will display those names which starts with the letter D, and after the letter D there is any number of or any length of name, any number of characters or any length of name. So all the names starting with the letter D will be displayed for the first statement. Second command is like this, select a star from a student where name like %A, means the last letter must be A. Okay, and the previous letters may be any length, maybe any characters like this, but the last letter must be A. In the similar way, the next statement is like this, pattern like the here it is %E%, means the letter E must be present in the name. However, it is in the first beginning or in the middle or in the last. Okay, anywhere E must be there. okay, and any length of the name. So say for example, similarly here given student where name like underscore e% means the first two letter must be the first letter must be any letter, should be any letter, and the second letter must be e. Second letter must be in case of this. Second letter must be e. First letter may be any letter, underscore is given, any one letter, and maybe any letter starting with any letter, and the second letter must be e. And after second letter, the length of the string or the name may be any length or any number of characters or any characters. Okay, so the last one, so roll number, name, marks from a student where name like r percent r underscore is given, means the last three letter last two letter may be any, but the third last letter must be r. Third last letter must be r there. Okay, like Roy, raw, like this. These can be names can be displayed, and percent means any number of length in the previous may be there, but the third last letter must be r, and after third last letter the last two letters may be any letter. Okay, like this. These are the different patterns. I am going to show you some example. See here, these are the list. Suppose you want to see the names starting with r. Okay, then you have to give command like this: select star from student where name like, and within single quotation mark you have to give r, then percent. Then it will show you all the names starting with the letter r. Okay, like this. Suppose you want to see the names which ends with a, then you have to give like this. Within quotation mark you have to give percent, then a. The last letter must be a. So there are two names which ends with letter a. Okay, like this. You want to see that all the names with the letter y and anywhere place. So the letter y is present in only this student, that is Priya. Okay, see the example. Percent y, percent means anywhere y must be present in the name. In the similar way, you want to see that the second letter must be r. Okay, second letter must be r. Then see how you can give like this: select star from student where name like. Okay, see within single quotation you have to give underscore, then second letter r, then percent. You have to give like this, and then quotation close and semicolon. Then the names of students having the second letter r, like this: P-R, Priya. Okay, you can try yourself and make any pattern depending on your requirements. Okay, next is we have come to aggregate functions. Aggregate functions where we want to work with multiple rows, then that place aggregate function is very much helpful. SQL also provides multiple row functions which work on multiple values, so we can apply select query on a group of records rather than entire table. Therefore these functions are called aggregate functions or group functions. Aggregate functions in SQL is like this. Okay, see there are 5 functions aggregate function in SQL: max, mean, sum, average, and count. And these aggregate functions are common functions. So max function, as the name suggests, it returns the largest value among the list. And minimum function, the smallest value. The sum, it will add all the total, make total all the values. And average will find the average of the values. And then count will only count how many rows are there, how many data are there. Okay, See, one by one we are going to see all the examples. The max function. Max function is used to find the highest value among the given set of values of any column or expression based on column. Max takes one argument, which can be either column name or any valid expression involving particular column from the table. See example here, select max salary from employee. Okay, who has got the maximum salary in the table employee? We are going to show you example in student table, and we are going to show you who has got the maximum marks, okay, based on marks. See, select max marks from student. It will show you who the max marks, the 95. If you want to see the student name also, then you have to give command like this, select name comma 1 minute. You have to give it like this, select star from student where marks is equals to, then again you have to give another select statement, select max marks from student. You have to give two statements like this, so that what will happen here, the next select statement will be executed first. This select statement will be executed first, okay, and it will find the largest marks, and then this statement will be executed and the largest marks will be put after the equal to sign, and accordingly it will search the record and display all the details of that particular student. See example here. See, the 95 marks is the largest marks and the name of the student is Krish. You can find like this. Okay, two-level query you have to give if you want to see all the details. If you want to see only the largest marks, then one level statement is needed. Okay, in the similar way you can see minimum marks. Okay, select min marks from student who has got the least marks, that is 59. What is the least marks? Okay, if you want to count average, if you want to find average, then you can give average marks. Okay, average marks from student, then it will find you the average of the student. Okay, like this you can find different values. So min function is used to find the lowest value among the given set of values, any column or expression based on column. Min takes one argument, which can be either a column name or any valid expression involving a particular column from the table. For example, select min salary from employee. Sum, you have seen sum also. Sum function is used to find the total value of any column or expression based on a column. It accepts the entire range of values as an argument, which is to be summed up on the basis of particular column or an expression containing the column name. The sum function always takes argument of integer type only. See, sum function should take only integer type value. It won't calculate other types of data. So sum salary from employee. Okay, total salary will be open. Next, average you have seen. Average function is used to find average value of any column or expression based on a column. Like sum, it also accepts the entire range of values. Column take an average. In even a valid expression based on column name, like sum function, average function always takes argument of integer type. This average function and sum function requires integer type columns only. So example is select average salary from employee. What is the average salary of the employees? You can see. Count function. Count function can be used two ways. Count function is used to count the number of values in a particular column. Count takes one argument, which can be any column name or expression based on the column or an asterisk. Two ways means you can give count function and then asterisk. Okay, or you can give column name, count within column name, within bracket you have to give column name, or you can give star asterisk. Okay, so expression count returns the number of non-null values in that column. It won't count the null values. If null value is present in any column and we are counting that column by giving the column name, then null value won't be count. It will not count the null values. It will count the columns or the values which are the real values. Okay, except the null values. If the argument is asterisk, if asterisk is there, then counts the total number of records or rows satisfying the condition in a table. If asterisk is given in the count, then it will count total number of rows, not the values in a particular column, but it will count the total number of rows. You can see example here. Select count star from the student, then it will show you 10. Why it is showing 10? Because 10 number of rows are there. In similar way, if you give in place of a star, you give column name like roll, then it will count 10 again. Okay, it will count 10 again because all values are there in that column. Okay, all values are there. Suppose some column is having null value. Okay, say for example, I am update student set stream equals to null. Okay, stream equals to null, where roll equals to 2. Okay, null is set. See example, see there one stream is containing null value. Then I am counting, then I am applying count function. Select count stream from student, then it will show you only 9. Okay, because one is null value and null value is not counted by count function. But here if you give count and in place of a stream you give in a star, then it will count you the number of rows, that is 10 rows, because this table contains total 10 rows, but this column contains only 9 values. Okay, that's why it is giving like this. Now more example of aggregate functions. You can use different ways, different types of aggregate functions. Okay, sum of salary, minimum salary, maximum salary, count salary, average of salary, count star, count equal, count salary, like this. Different ways you can use as per the need of the function. Now next is sorting in SQL, that is order by clause. One more clause is there, that is order by clause. The SQL order by clause is used to sort the data in ascending or descending order. Ascending order means increasing order from 1, 2, 3, 4 like this, and descending order means decreasing order 10, 9, 8, 7 like this, based on one or more columns. The order by keyword is used to sort the result set by one or more fields in a table. This clause sorts the record in the ascending order by default. If you won't give any order, then it will automatically sort in ascending order. Therefore, in order to sort records in descending order, the DESC keyword is to be used. If you want to sort the records in descending order, then you have to use this keyword. Syntax for order by clause is like this. Select column list, then from table name, then where condition, order by column name, ESC or DESC. ESC is by default, DESC you have to mention. Okay, see example. You can see sorting in SQL example. To display the roll number, name and marks of a student on the basis of their marks in ascending order. Okay, so how we can give? Select roll number, name, marks from a student, order by name. In the similar way, to display the roll number, name and marks of all the students in the descending order of their marks and ascending order of their names, you can give both at the same time. Select roll number, name, marks from student, order by marks, DSC you have used here, and name is given by default. Okay, ascending order will be. See example here. Select, okay, name, comma, sorry, roll, name, comma, marks from student, order by marks. Then by default it will order in ascending order. See 59, the 69, 70, increasing order. If you want to display in descending order, then you have to add DESC keyword. Okay, select roll number, name, marks from student, order by marks, DESC. This keyword is to be used. Okay, so it will display like this in descending order. In decreasing order, the highest value will be displayed first. Okay, who is the first, who is the second, who is the third, you can opt in like this. This is the things. If you want to arrange the data in 2 columns, then you can give commands like this also. Okay, order by marks, descending, and name you can give. Accordingly, name is also arranged. Okay, these are the things you have given. See here, this only arranged. Preetham and Rahul. Roll number 2 is displayed first, then roll number 1 is displayed by next. But in the previous example, you can see in the previous example, the Rahul is displayed first, then second one. So if here 2 columns you have given, then this time it is arranged alphabetically. Okay, name is arranged alphabetically.